Good evening, everyone, and it's good to be able to welcome you to these short thoughts for this Tuesday of Holy Week. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to share this little bit of time with you. I don't know if you've ever thought about the fact that Jesus has an incredible sense of timing. His confrontation with the religious leaders reaches its climax on this day. But that's okay, because now is the time. And it's on this Tuesday of Holy Week when the famous incident between Jesus and the Pharisees is thought to have taken place. This was when churchmen tried to trap Jesus into making a blasphemous remark. From Matthew's Gospel in chapter 21, we read, Jesus entered the temple courts, and while he was teaching, the chief priests and the elders of the people came to him. By what authority are you doing these things? They asked. Who gave you this authority? Jesus replied, I will also ask you one question. If you answer me, I will tell you by what authority I am doing these things. John's baptism, where did it come from? Was it from heaven or from men? They discussed it among themselves and said, if we say from heaven, he will ask, then why didn't you believe him? But if we say from men, we are afraid of the people, for they all hold that John was a prophet. So they answered Jesus, we don't know. Then he said, neither will I tell you by what authority I am doing these things. This day, of course, is also important on another count. Jesus spoke to and taught his disciples on the Mount of Olives about the destruction of Jerusalem and the signs of the last day. And from John 13 and verse 36 we read, Simon Peter asked him, Lord, where are you going? And Jesus replied, where I am going you cannot follow now, but you will follow later. Well, we've come so far from the celebrations of Palm Sunday. How many times have we had those days where everything we did was in question and people were just waiting for us to slip up? Jesus knows what it's like to have a long day. And these opening days of Holy Week remind us again of how Jesus understands our trials, our challenges, our suffering. And he is there when we call. This past year has been hard for all of us. Some of us have lost loved ones, sometimes in part to the pandemic. We've not even been able to celebrate their lives in a way that we wanted to. All of us have been shut off from family and friends for long periods of time. But as we approach this second Easter during the pandemic, there is still the assurance that there is life at the cross. There is nothing to doubt, because the best is yet to come. And from Psalm 46 and verse 10 we read, be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. May God continue to bless you in these days. Amen.